Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for Miami, Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Bosch. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
Takes the 13-footer. And Stoudemire with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Azili kicks to Barbosa. Pass to Thompson. Stolen by Wade. Richardson dishes to Winslow. That gives them the lead.
Assist from
Winslow's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Iguodala, that's good. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
To the middle. Here's Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's Livingston. Connects. The jumper drops. Livingston's got his second basket of the game. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Warriors on top, up 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight.
Well, Dwayne Wade in this one, he's got 11 points and a steal.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself, and a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you. Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Curry with the 3. No good. And it's Miami the other way.
Even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
Bogut the pass to Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And the Warriors making a change here. Ezeli's checked in.
Festus Ezeli.
And of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career, but boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings, where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, his scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Ezeli. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
And talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of 4s like that on draft night.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Barnes. For 3, Barbosa. Count the bucket. Barbosa's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He'd have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Dwayne Wade.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Ezeli. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for Miami, Josh McRoberts comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Here's Barbosa. Can't hit. And it's Miami the other way.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It goes on Justice Winslow. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
The Warriors making a switch here. Rush is checked in. And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Wash comes in for Johnson. Luol Deng is checked in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richardson. Clark, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Iguodala, no good. The Heat trailed by 4. The drive by Wade.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
And Spates gets it to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too, but he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and then Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to.